Doc, I want us to talk about the reality of infertility and what many women go through, that concept of expectation that as soon as you get married, within a month or so, you ought to get pregnant. Now, can you tell us some of the reasons why that may not immediately happen? What could be some very normal reasons why a woman will not get pregnant for months after marriage?
Great question. So, the infertility concept is a global problem when you talk about socially, because what happens is society has so much of unrealistic expectations, particularly of the woman. So the research recently said it's as though we married a woman because of procreation alone, and so we say as though we are marrying the uterus. But tell you what, for pregnancy to happen, there has to be ovaries that are working well. They release the egg. The eggs will travel down the tubes, so the tubes must be patent. So the infection I was just talking to you about earlier on affects the tubes, and the tubes get blocked, so the egg cannot pass through it, neither can the sperm meet the egg. Now the uterus has to be normal. Inside is good, entry is good. One of the problems that affect the uterus is the fibroids, which we'll talk about in a bit later on. And then we must have good sperms. Okay, the sperms are released, they must be of a particular number, a minimum of 20 million cells, like tadpoles, and they should be able to possess the ability to move in a straight linear fashion, so that they are released and they can move up through the birth canal, in through the cervix, into the uterus, and reach the egg. So all this should be working perfectly for conception to happen. So if a couple is staying together, every 1 month of ovulation, there's a 25% chance of pregnancy. Okay. What that means is that everything is perfect for the two parties. And so you don't expect pregnancy in the first 1 month. If it doesn't happen, every cycle the woman ovulates, there's a 25% chance. So, like I said, so the expectation is unrealistic. Okay, and so that is why medically, once the woman is below 35 years, we say have regular, unprotected sexual contact for up to 1 year. If there is no pregnancy, then let's start investigating.
Right. Now, some women say that, I'm very fertile.
Yeah.
What exactly does it mean for a woman to be fertile? What does she have more of than her fellow woman who isn't?
Yes, so to be fertile to a large extent means that the woman is ovulating well, her tubes are good, the uterus is fine, and of course the vagina is okay.
So fertile actually means normal, not that there is something extra.
No, it's just a normal. That's a normal, because the abnormal is subfertile or infertile. Okay, so but the real proof is to be pregnant before. Then that's the only proof of the fertility.
Right.
But the woman can be pregnant in the past. Then as age is advancing, or through some infections, we lose something. Either the quality of the eggs have declined, or the number of her eggs have gone down, or the tubes have become damaged. So the woman who has had a child before or been pregnant before could become subfertile or infertile. And one of the common causes of that is somebody had an unsafe pregnancy termination earlier on. Unsafe, they take some medication and then they bleed it out without further treatment to prevent infection. And so the infection happens, nothing gets done about it, they probably don't even know about it, and then it damages the tube.
So in your experience, what are some of the most common causes of subfertility or infertility?
Yeah, so largely, if we take a couple, we want to always look at it as a couple, because what society hasn't done well all these years is to look at it from as if the woman
of them,
is the culprit. But the point is that out of every 10 couples with fertility challenge, nearly half of the problem is from the man, half is from the woman, because strictly 30% out of 100 is due to causes attributable to the woman, another 30% from the man, and then 30% is from both of them, and 10% we say is unexplained. So if you split the 30 and add a 30, about 45%. So it's nearly equally distributed.